And Sharon, who was with us, he was the fellow scientist. Arkin is an astrophysicist, and his particular interest and research is variable stars. And Sharon, also an astrophysicist, his particular research is botany, the research into all flora and fauna. But he also acted as what you would call here the pilot. And all he did was to tune in to the home planet Meton in the star system of Proxima. And we just went. And it seemed just a few minutes I was sitting there. I closed my eyes and visualized the starship moving through space as she used the matrix and the electromagnetic wavelength of space. And I became a part of her. You have to. As you're a part of the earth, you have the atmosphere to protect you. You're a part of earth, which is also a living, beautiful creature. Earth is living. And every now and again, she gets annoyed with all the creatures on her surface, and she shakes them off with an earthquake or a volcanic eruption. And now and again a volcano will blow its top, and that's how Earth reacts, definitely, to the masses of humanity over her surface. And when you look down there onto Earth and you see these masses of people down there, you wonder how she can bear much longer with it. Anyway, you become one with her, as you do with the spaceship, and you understand exactly how she moves from one star system to another. And it is all done through the mind. Through Sharon's mind, he tunes in to the home planet. And it was just a few minutes that I opened my eyes, and Arkin said to me, "Watch the viewing lens." And there, as we approached this beautiful star system, it's a triplet system. There are two large components, which is known as Alpha Centauri. And further away is the smaller component, the smaller star, which is Proxima Centauri. And in orbit around the star are 7 planets. And all these 7 planets are occupied, are taken over by this great civilization. And they live in beauty with nature. There are no cities. There are no roads. There are no railway lines. There's nothing like that to break up the beauty of the country. Everything is perfectly natural and beautiful. You see, they use smaller circular craft for atmospheric flight to get from one place to another. And these use the same power system, which is anti-gravity, which is a frequency of light. And they're no bigger than some of your big cars and can seat 5 people comfortably as you go from one point on the planet to another and over the vast seas, because the whole planet is covered with vast seas. There are no continents, there are islands, beautiful large islands that dot the seas. Because we originally came from the sea. The salt of the sea still runs in our veins, which is our electric circuit. We all have an electric circuit, which is our system of existence. And that is how healing is done, purely through electricity. There's no need to have surgical operations to remove cancers or any discord of disease. It is done through electricity, to put that circuit into harmony again. When it gets out of harmony, you have illness and disease. And your electric circuit, which is your bloodstream, simply retains the harmonic interaction of the entire body. So you're cured. And it's something that's very beautiful and very natural. Now, a lot of medical specialists know about this. But if they gave this to the world, the doctors wouldn't have any patients. And the result is they wouldn't have a living. So again, we come back to the greed of the monetary system. This is a very sad state of affairs, but something that has been with this planet for centuries. The social system of this planet has been wrong for centuries because it is far too callous, too greedy, too thoughtless. But that will gradually change through the example set by Arkan's great civilization, who live in love and harmony, tolerance, understanding. And they wouldn't dream of interfering with us, because we have to, majority of us, have to learn through dire experience. And this really does happen. I would like to ask you, because this is such a vast subject, I could go on talking to you until midnight about it. It's so vast. I can only touch now on the fringes of it, but I'd like to know what you want to know. This is the important thing, because you are important. You're wonderful people, all of you. Otherwise you wouldn't be here tonight in this wonderful, beautiful light center, because you are beings of light, all of you. And God is light, and light is God. And this is the truth of the universe, and you're a part of it. Please tell me what you would like to know. 35 years. In fact, ever since I was a child, I can say, give it more definite emphasis, is ever since I was a child I knew. Because this, I feel, is certainly not my home planet.
Would you tell why we can't live on his planet, please? Because of the number of stars?
You see, there's a higher vibratory rate. And your heart has to become acclimatized to a higher vibratory rate, because the rhythm of the heart is the important thing. I mean, they can do heart transplants and all sorts of things, but that is just a pump. The rhythm is the important thing, because this is the physics of entire being, of the entire life of a being. And this is all in the electromagnetic wavelength again, which brings us back to electricity.